Where were we? We were uh, we were at the point of me talking about the plaques, the two-way microphone. So I find it interesting that like 2 or 3 days before I leave to go, I come across the song and I listen to the song and I'm like, wow, 2019, huh? I arrive in Florida. I say hello to my mom. I'm tired. Honestly, I want to sit down and just sit with my mom for a little while, but I do, and at the same time, I want to go drink a beer and fall a fucking sleep for 2 or 3 days, and wake the fuck up from the train ride, and everything's good. But my brother starts in, and that's where it gets really interesting because it's like let's get a beer, and he goes up to the store with me, and that beer is done. Let's go get another beer. It's like, all right, let's go get another beer. And going up to the fucking store, I bump into Pop Smoke on the way out of the store with my brother, who knows him. He's calling him Malik or whatever he was calling him, Malik or Malik, which is just so fucking interesting. And I'm saying to myself, it's like, what did he call him? Malik? No, he used a different name. He didn't use the same fucking. I don't think he used the same fucking name. The point being is that I'm so tired. I'm staring at this kid, and I'm like, well, he's well dressed, but I'm like thinking in my head, my brother's a crackhead. I'm like, I'm really not in the fucking, best mental state. I'm dirty. I'm like, even though I took a shower, I had clean clothes on. I just feel like I didn't clean myself as well as I should. And I'm saying to myself, I don't want to meet my brother's crack dealer. So it's funny because and I say that, and I'm saying some derogatory shit in my head, but I'm also being polite about it. I'm like, look, man, I'm just like, because in my head, not out my mouth, and the funny part is he was picking up on some of that, almost like he was hearing it, right, Angie? That's why I'm telling you this, right? So I'm saying to myself, it's like, it's like, wow. It's like, so here he is standing there. And I'm also saying to myself, where have I seen this kid before? I'm too tired. I said, nice to meet you, man. Look, you're probably a really nice person. I'm going to go because I'm tired and I just got off the train and I want to go to sleep. And the bottom line is, it's just my body is, I don't even want to, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it home right now walking, which was nothing. It was half a block. And that's where it gets interesting in my because it was after that, all of a sudden, the next morning, my brother starts going off on me, right? And my brother he starts fucking getting up in my face. Yeah. You're gonna lose that shirt. You're gonna lose that shirt. This shirt right here. This shirt right here. You're gonna lose that shirt. It's a nice shirt. It's a nice shirt. Yeah. It's a nice shirt. It's a nice fucking shirt. You know something? It's not until he started to fucking spit in my face once. I'm like, Dad, you better tell him to stop. I'm gonna lay him out. Twice. Dad, I swear to fucking God, if this keeps up, I'm gonna fucking kick his ass. And I'm not gonna stop. Because I'm also down there to check on the bruise that was on my mother's arm, which my real mother, Tammy, told me was there. And that I needed to come down and check on Mommy because she thinks Joey was putting the fucking bruises on my mother's arm. That's where it gets real fucking interesting too, because that next morning, after meeting Pop Smoke, which I'm wondering where the fuck did I see this kid before. The next morning, he starts pulling that shit, slaps my phone out my hand. That is not. It was the second fucking time he went to go fucking slap my phone out my hand that I grabbed him and I fucking put his ass on the ground. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, like, you ever see those lizards with the blood that squirts out of their fucking eyeball? Like, it was like that, you know? Look, I was like, what are you? It was like, why is it? In my head, why I'm kicking his ass, I'm saying to myself, like, is that how an eyeball's supposed to feel? Blood squirting out the corner of his fucking eye all over the fucking... I mean, it painted the fucking wall. Like, it looked like a fucking rainbow. Oh, it looked like a rainbow. You know, like that fucking scar that the Diaz and the fucking Spinelli fucking posse, right, put on that Spanish kid while they were fucking raping him, trying to blame me for it. Yeah. It was like a rainbow. You know? Like sunshine and rainbows. Fuck yous. Not you. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? The fucking point... Give me a second. Because I just want to... Wow. So, you know, and then it's like... Cops show up. And the first cop through the fucking door... As I'm listening to them trying to get my shoes on to go out the fucking house... Here's the fucking first cop through the fucking door, and this motherfucker looks like, a lot like, was not, but I know that I met him before, so I know we're not that distant in age. Maybe 5 years, maybe 4 years. That fucking cop, Robert Ashley, Lee, middle name Lee. Robert Lee Ashley. Looking like fucking Jeff Lopez. Oh, God. Jeff Lopez. What a fucking dildo. Seriously. Oh, God. And I'm showing him my phone while they're telling me to put my hands up. I'm like, he broke my phone. I want him arrested. And... as my hands up, they're like, put your hand... After they just told me put my hands up, they're like, he's got a weapon, put your hands down. I was like, and then I started to fucking... And then the other cop starts to try to grab me, and this happens. And I'm like, he broke my... As I'm backing up, as they're approaching me in an aggressive fucking manner, therefore breaking every fucking protocol, fucking becoming an alien entity, entering into my family's home. And he lays his hands on me. And he keeps trying to fucking... Like this, no shit. He was like... I swear to God, if I had a camera in fucking reverse, I swear to God, that's the face he was making. I was like, stop that. I was like, get off. I did that too. Word up. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, stop touching me. I'm like, get off me. I'm talking to the other. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the fuck? You know? Trying to get my fucking pinky. I was... Man. So then, as I'm sitting there, the fucking officer at that point breaks my fucking pinky, right? Twists my brittle-boned pinky at that point, snaps it. The minute the fucking pinky snapped, I was like, that's it. And then the fucking cocksucker writes me up for assault on an officer as I went down to the fucking ground. Because at that point, I was like, now I gotta fucking shoot my brother. But my phone was in my hand. And I went for the fucking... I brought my hand down, and then I immediately seen my mom in the fucking room, and I said, nope. Fuck this, I gotta come home to see my mom one last fucking time. No shit. Phone was still in my fucking hand. You know, the funny part is when he had me on the fucking ground and he started to dry hump me with the other officers with their fucking knees in my rib cage, right? You know, it's funny. It's like at that point, even though I couldn't really breathe very well, right? Which is even more fucking interesting with the fucking whole, like, you know, what the fuck was it? George Floyd. You know, because it's not like the fucking high school out here is named fucking, you know, William Floyd or anything, right? George Floyd, what happened to Anthony Yaki? Nobody still talks of fucking news, nothing. Fuck this. Fuck this. And I'm saying to myself, that's just a stupid coincidence, right? Stupid coincidence. But as I'm sitting there with their knees in my ribs and, you know, I'm sitting there complying, I'm like, oh man, and I'm trying to fucking upload the video where my brother was fucking confessing to fucking murder at that point, right? Why the cops? And I'm saying this to the cops. I'm like, he's fucking just told me he fucking murders, right? Right? I'm telling this to the cops. Why I'm trying to fucking with my nose at that point. I'm fucking with my nose trying to fucking upload the fucking video. And I went to jail. Oh yeah, I did. I mean, Robert Ashley got his dry rape in. That's for sure, right? He got his dry rape. You know? Like the Lopez's. Like, we all know about the serial killers down in fucking, you know, what is that? Like fucking, what part of fucking Mexico, you fucking Ganda, whatever the fuck that is, right? We all know about that, right? Little girls, the little children, the little raping children, and the little boys. Oh, man. Wow. And the point being is that as I'm telling them my brother just confessed to murder, I'm trying to upload the fucking video. That video disappears. Once I'm in custody, that video disappears off my fucking phone. So because I'm awesome, I get that second confession after I come out of jail. Not just a second, I mean a third, a fourth, a fifth, an eighth confession after I come out of jail. After the good state of Florida put me in fucking jail over my fucking crackhead brother. Hey, Angie, remember this. That's a beautiful thing, man. That is the Dark Lord myself at fucking work, manipulating everything of the situation, right? Mm-hmm. Because I did say that the next fucking dumb officer of the law that lays their fucking hand on me for any reason whatsoever, that virus that I put a stop to, yeah, was gonna be fucking released. So while I'm in jail, trying my hardest to think like what the fuck is going on, and like the lawyers people telling me before I could speak to a lawyer, I have to sign, what's that, a Baker Act? And them telling me that they're gonna take away my Section 8 and my SSI and my fucking everything else. And you know something? No, they kept their word, so did I. Because it was only, a few days after I got sentenced to 5 months, 4.5, for good behavior and all. But it was only after I got actually, ta-da! That all of a sudden, Pop Smoke got fucking popped. And then, at round about the same time, the virus that I helped put a stop to was then released. I'm a man of my word. You know, but that's not why I made the video exactly. I made the video because I'm making this video because, you know, it's like it never ended. Now, that's not what I wanted to all go into. And did I leave anything? Oh, let's not forget about the Mora situation. Oh, and the other reason is because the other cop inside the jail that I was talking to about Sean Allen passing away, the semi-Puerto Rican Nazi-looking one, that's an interesting one, Angie, because I can't exactly say that he was the same fucking officer, but he sure the fuck looked like the same fucking officer. Then, that was the same officer in the other story of me ending up, which I'm going to get to that. And it's looked almost, I'm not saying that they were the same one, an officer I seen around here. Which I'm saying to myself, wow, that's funny because, wow. And then I'm thinking to my fucking self, wow, could that be related to me? Spanish looking too. Almost like a taller, more fucking more like an egg-shaped head type of fucking Puerto Rican something or another. Spanish of some fucking mixed match sort. Who the fuck knows? But, yeah, we'll get to that. Focus. Stay on track. What's next? Virus is released. Pop Smoke gets popped. I'm in jail. Eating fucking purple potatoes. Like a goddamn fucking king, son. Actually, everybody was. Yeah, I had no fucking commissary whatsoever. At all. Right? None. The people that they were putting in my jail cell. Angie, one of the people that they put in my jail cell was the motherfucker named Sawzilla. That motherfucker, when I was in second grade and scored a perfect SAT, that motherfucker was brought to meet me because he too also scored a perfect SAT. He was also like up in about 9th grade. But he was brought back to the fucking school to touchy and feely the little children. It's what he said to me, because I wasn't there for the touchy and the feely of the little children, but it's what he said to me about jamming his cock down my throat and choking me out in second grade that made me remember this piece of shit. Other than, you know, the fact that, you know, the way that he cuffed his pants was pretty fucking unique too. But he wanted all that. I know that's what I'm saying. Because they're just, you know, trash. But then I'm saying to myself, wow, you know, between that, and this is where this gets interesting too because of the whole Hernandez thing. And I don't want to forget about, you know, the whole like Esposito Hernandez, right? Now this is where, because now I'm saying to myself, it has to be, you know. But at the same time, I'm not saying that they had anything to fucking... First off, they put Esposito in my cell. And he's kicking my bunk, and he's kicking my bunk, and he's like, yeah. He's like, wake up, stop snoring. I was like, fucking, you know what? I have a tolerance for people. Especially like, you know, one of the old Grim Reapers, you know? And it's like, you know, the funny part is he didn't pick up until I told him. He didn't pick up on the fact that I knew him. I knew exactly who the fuck he was. And, He's kicking my bunk. Yeah, stop snoring. He's fucking waking me up every fucking 10 minutes after I fall asleep, right? And then after about like 3 days of that, week, I don't know. I sit up in my bunk. Calmly, I walk over to him. I kneel down. I tell him, I know exactly who you are, bruh. What's up? And his face turned fucking whiter than snow. Then, after fucking Swords, they also put the other kid in there too. They put they put the other kid that fucking acted like a cat, Torres. They put Torres in my cell. And this fucking kid, I'm sitting there looking at this kid, and I'm just like, because this is the kid that accused me of fucking raping him. Back on the block where I seen fucking Fat Joe and or Big Pun. I couldn't tell. I couldn't decipher the fatness between them at the time, even if I fucking cared. They say they put Torres in my cell. Then they put Hernandez in my cell. And then they put Swarzilla in my cell. Or whatever the fucking... But what I'm getting to is that it's interesting that I'm looking at the Torres and I'm saying to myself, where the fuck... Because I'm talking to this kid, and this kid, he seems like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. But he also seems completely fucking retarded. But he's a really nice kid. And I'm sitting here, and I'm just sitting at the water fountain, the toilet bowl water fountain, and I'm saying to myself, yeah, this is fucking entertaining, man. But it's like so he's talking to me, and he's like, and then I swear to God, he's like laying on his back on the upper bunk, and I'm just standing there and like talking to him, and it's like, all that's missing is the fucking ball of fucking yarn. But he probably already sees the ball of yarn. I was like, holy shit, this kid they put in my fucking cell. This is the kid that accused me of fucking raping him. Wow. 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 Then they put Swordzilla in there. The person who said he was going to jam his cock down my throat and choke me out in 2nd grade. While he was almost in 9th grade. Wow. Wow. All these people I met up in New York, and all these people are being put in my jail cell down in a Florida jail. Wow. Wow. But then Mora comes into the situation, right? The fuck was his name? Edward Mora? I don't know what his name was. I forgot. I would have to go back and check what the fuck. Mora. And this kid is reciting the Bible word for word, sweating, and spit's coming out of his fucking mouth, and fucking he looks like this kid we used to call fucking Homeboy back in the day, whose last name was O'Neal. So Mora looks like O'Neal, minus the fact that he doesn't exactly look nothing like fucking, Homeboy. But he kind of looks like Homeboy in the face, right? Which is fucking interesting, right? Because that was the name of the cousin that supposedly was raped. Wow. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. But you know what? That's not even. I'm not even to the fucking. I'm not even to the point of me making why I made this video. I'm not even. I'm not even to that point yet. Holy shit, man. So then, as yet again, another bullshit fact, Anna, starts dating Gomez. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, man, really, Selena? Like, really? Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, not that she started dating Selena, even though that will hopefully be one day fucking possible with me and possibly the fucking dead corpse of fucking Dalton. Wow, man. All right. So the point being, after I forgave, so because I don't even know what the fucking whole, because the baby thing and the fucking like what really happened, because I was told that you ate the baby, and it's like really, it's like, were you just saying that to piss me off? Because I'm not really sure at this point because of all the other history that I'm not going to go down into the fucking rabbit hole on that one, all right? Even though I am the kid who humped a rabbit and fucking caught a fucking chomo, only for them, after catching the chomo, to give the chomo Walster, who chopped his little sister's tongue into a snake tongue so that it could fucking fit deeper into his asshole. Holy shit, whose friends were fucking the... Holy shit! Yeah, so let's stick to let's stick to finishing why I made this video. Wow, wow, wow! Just fucking. You know what? I mean, if you want to let that sink in, I'm gonna try to light another fucking. These are not weed. I wish. I kind of. No, I don't wish. But I'm saying, like, it's like only if you. Wow, man. So, so I'm saying to myself, it's like, maybe I can finish smoking this. I mean, maybe I can fucking finish. It's like I smoked damn near 8 packs of these fucking filthy things today. 8 packs of these cigars. These 2 for fucking $1 cigar. Because I'm so fucking, and I'm just like, and that's where I'm getting at in the story, to keep my lungs suppressed from getting too fucking pissed off or overwhelmed by the fact that I really do want to hunt down pretty much fucking every single human being on fucking planet Earth and disembowel them, like that kid that fucking accused me, but that never ever happened. But now I'm saying to myself, yeah, that is totally that's gonna have to fucking probably be, because this, I don't want to come off as a punk or anything, you know what I mean? With all the COVID deaths, just racking them up, racking the numbers, racking them in hell, you know? Oh, man. Well, at least the bodies weren't fucking, from, the past. At least the bodies weren't up in the fucking attic, like I thought they might have been. Because now I have something to hold over the fucking triads' heads. Oh, little Jesus. Little Jesus. Taking on the fucking world of the apocalypse. Wow. Fucking wow. Little old, lonely one-man army. There's no I in team. I mean, there's no I in army. I mean, there's no I in Anthony. I mean, there's no I in Yaki. Yak? Key. And if you say it backwards, it's Yake. So, Mora. Huh. So they put this. So as Mora is approaching every single person inside the pod, anybody that I go to speak to, Mora is approaching at that point and completely just fucking spitting on fucking people, and I just no everybody just goes their separate ways because nobody wants to fucking. And I'm talking to, and yet because every time I go near somebody, this motherfucker comes over. So I start to fucking go over to him and fucking talk with him, right? But then fucking he's sitting there and he's reciting the Bible verse for verse, line for line. He's like, well, why do you get to be the one? I'm listening. Why do you? Why do you get to be the one? So then Mr. Hernandez, who doesn't speak a fucking drop of English. Poor little Mr. Hernandez, who'd probably slice my throat in a fucking, like, less than a heartbeat. And I'm sitting in the cell, and it's like, I can't really talk very much. So then Sawzilla leaves the cell. Actually, Sawzilla leaves the cell. Willingly. Alright? Which is fine with me. I don't give a shit. And all of a sudden, and he's going around trying to spread his shit. And the minute I seen him trying to spread his shit, I just shut that shit down by saying the fucking shit that I needed to say to the people who were in the fucking jail at the time. Who gives a fuck, right? Because the minute I started saying, yeah, you know what, something? You don't think I want to fucking break this motherfucker's head open? Oh, you totally wrong. This is why. Wow, man. That was only one of his names, Sawzilla. He had another name or two that he fucking used. So, and I'm sitting there wondering to myself, why is this black girl that I kind of like seen for a few fucking days out of my life, who was dating my friend Dave, why the fuck is her father in the fucking jail cell, in the pod area? And then I'm thinking to myself, wow, man, it's funny because at nighttime when all the things got quiet, the only thing you'd hear is the penis pump going. And I'm just thinking in my fucking head, I'm like, and I swear to God, once I fucking psychically, right? Because I didn't say it out loud. But once I said fucking, yeah, you think that's gonna work, bruh? You think I don't know who the fuck you are? I'm like, I know exactly who you are. Fucking keep getting that penis pump ready. Thinking. I'm like, and then the next day, I